What's up, Stanleys? Welcome back to the best family on YouTube. Today, I'm going to be doing a response to Star Wars Theories, Not My Luke Skywalker, Love Letter to the Sequels video. So I think I agree with him for the most part, especially that it's the year 2020 and how we're supposed to respect each other's opinion, and we have the capability, and we should totally be able to do it. And I think that the expanding universe should definitely be canonized, because there's so many beautiful, amazing, awesome stories that were untold, like the story of Mara Jade, Mara Jade Skywalker, such a legend and icon. And that the Star Wars fandom should definitely have no hatred at all, and it should all be accepting, and liberating. Just talk about our passion, talk about something that we love in our hearts to the very, very core. So I think that Luke Skywalker in The Last Jedi was really poorly written, and The Last Jedi was really poor. Last Jedi, Luke Skywalker is very poorly written, because Luke Skywalker, when you think about the original trilogy, he was a pure beacon of hope, very pure, very optimistic, and I think that how he was treated and his character portrayal in The Last Jedi definitely did not reflect Episode 6. And I think that if they really wanted to show that Luke Skywalker was a broken character, they definitely should have showed something between Episode 6 and 7. To show that how he changed, what has happened. Did something so traumatic happen that broke his character into multiple pieces, just like the way Anakin did. Just like there should be a prequel for the sequel trilogy, showing that Luke Skywalker was really broken. Like maybe perhaps his wife, Mara Jade Skywalker, was killed by maybe Jason Solo, or maybe Kylo killed his wife, and maybe that was something that could definitely show Luke Skywalker's fall, just like how Anakin lost his wife. It could show that maybe Luke lost his wife, and that traumatized him. But I remember in Return of the Jedi, Luke Skywalker, he would never turn to the dark side. He would rather die than turn to the dark side. And the way that the relationship between Luke and Kylo looks really broken, I think that Luke Skywalker would most likely be the one to try to mend and help and ease tension between the relationships. And that's just a beautiful, beautiful thing, beautiful character of Luke, and how so symbolic inside our American culture, inside American cinema and international cinema. Even people in Vietnam have some type of glimpse of, the way Vader is, or the way Luke is, and how Vader represents the complete opposite of Luke, and what Luke might have become if he let his fears control him, just like his fear to lose his friends when he was fighting on Bespin, But I think that The Force Awakens had so much hype for Luke, and I think that the audience reaction is understandable, because The Force Awakens, they had such a huge build-up to Luke Skywalker just so that he could become a hermit. And I think that if they're going to hype a character, it needs to fulfill the hype no matter what franchise it is. Just like if you're going to have a character that's going to be hyped up, it needs to be hyped up to the very full extent and potential. Just like in the EU, I'm not saying that Luke Skywalker could become a broken character. I think that if he was going to become a broken character, so many series and unfortunate events that needed to happen, it was necessary. Just like how Revenge of the Sith was showing Anakin's complete fall. That in Attack of the Clones, his first turn to the dark side was when he was killing the Sand People, the men, the women, and the children too. But then I think that Revenge of the Sith was a huge thing. So maybe there could be an anthology film about Luke Skywalker, and really how maybe he was traumatized so much that he thought it was necessary to end Ben's life, because maybe the darkness that he sensed was overwhelmed by maybe Palpatine's shadow of deceit through Sith forgery. I don't know, but I'm just letting you know my opinion right now. But I think that it definitely could have been super heroic with Luke if he just explained the trauma that he's been through, and if they showed that Mara Jade was maybe killed by Ben, and that was really something that turned him off, because you remember, Anakin didn't even know that he killed Padme. He thought that it was, it was her weakness. But I think that if Luke, feel that Ben had so much anger, when in reality it was just the darkness from Palpatine, I think that maybe the shadow of Palpatine blinded Luke. But I think that Luke is powerful enough to not get blinded by Palpatine, by Sith Lordry, and by the Emperor, you know what I mean? But yeah, this is part 1, and I'm going to continue again.